In this video, we will be learning how to multiply binomials by using the FOIL method. So FOIL method means we're going to be multiplying the first term. So F stands for first. So we're talking about the first terms. O stands for the outer terms. I stands for the inner terms. And L stands for the last terms. So after multiplying all these terms, and in order for us to get the final answer, we need to make sure to simplify by combining like terms. Okay, so let's get started. So for the first example, we have 2a plus 3 multiplied by negative a plus 5. So we have our first binomial, which is 2a plus 3. We also have our second binomial, which is negative a plus 5. Okay, so to begin with, so by following the FOIL method, we need to multiply the first terms. So we're talking about the 2a and negative a. So we have 2a times negative a. It will give us negative 2a squared. Next, we need to multiply the outer terms. So we're multiplying 2a multiplied by positive 5, and that's gonna give us 10a. So positive 10a. Next, we multiply the inner terms. The inner terms are positive 3 and negative a. So positive 3 times negative a gives us negative 3a. And for the last pair, we're going to be multiplying the last terms. And our last terms are positive 3 multiplied by positive 5. And that's going to give us positive 15. All right. So after multiplying the pairs of terms, we got this polynomial. So we have negative 2a squared plus 10a minus 3a plus 15. So in order for us to get the final answer, we need to make sure to simplify the polynomial. So in order to simplify, that only means we need to combine like terms. So when you say like terms, so these are terms that belong to the same group. So if you're talking about group of a squared, talking about group of a, or terms with variable a, so you need to put them together. All right, so as we can see, we have negative 2a squared. So negative 2a squared is the only term that has a squared. So we just simply copy it. So we copy negative 2a squared. And for the terms with a, we can see that there are two terms that have a variable. So we have positive 10a and negative 3a. So we need to combine these terms to make it a single term. So positive 10a minus 3a gives us plus 7a. And since we only see one constant term here, we're talking about 15. So we just simply copy 15. And this is our final answer. Negative 2a squared plus 7a plus 15. Okay, so question number 2. We have x minus 2y multiplied by 11y plus 7x. So we have our first binomial, which is x minus 2y, And we have our second binomial, which is 11y plus 7x. Okay, so to follow the FOIL method, so we first multiply x times 11y, which gives us 11xy, followed by outer term. So we have x multiplied by positive 7x, so that gives us positive 7x squared. Next, inner terms. So we have negative 2y multiplied by positive 11y, so that's gonna give us negative 22y squared. And for the last terms, we have negative 2y multiplied by positive 7x, so that's gonna give us negative 14xy. Now, so we have this polynomial right here, but it's not the final answer yet. So we need to make sure to simplify by combining like terms. So by looking at the polynomial we got, so we have a term with x squared, which is the only one. So we can copy that. So positive 7x squared. Then we have two terms with xy. So we're talking about 11xy and negative 14xy. So these two terms can be combined. And if we put them together, it's going to give us negative 3xy. And for our last term, we have only one term that has y squared, and that is negative 22y squared. We just simply copy that, and that's our final answer. So final answer is 7x squared minus 3xy minus 22y squared. You can actually rearrange the terms, but make sure to carry the correct sign. So you can also say this is also the same as negative 3xy minus 7x squared, plus 7x squared rather. So negative 3xy plus 7x squared minus 22y squared. So you can put them in different positions, but make sure to carry the correct term, the correct sign for the term. Okay, on to our last example. So you can pause the video if you want to answer this question. So for the last question, we have m plus n multiplied by m minus n. So following the FOIL method, so we multiply the first two terms. So we have m times m at m squared. Then the outer terms, so that's going to give us negative mn. Inner terms, so multiply n and m, that will give us positive mn. And the last terms, we have n positive times negative n gives us negative n squared. So to simplify this, we need to combine these two terms. Okay, so these two terms putting together just going to be canceled out. So it's going to become 0. So you have positive mn minus mn, which will give us 0. Therefore, our final answer would be m squared minus n squared. If you got the same answer as mine, job well done. That's the end of our lesson for today. I hope you learned something about multiplying binomials applying the FOIL method. Thank you for watching.